In this video, we're diving into HTML tables. We'll learn how to create them to organize data into rows and columns. Let's begin with the basic structure of an HTML table. HTML tables are created using a combination of specific elements that define the structure and content. The key elements are the table tag, which is the main container for the entire table. Then the table row tag, which defines each row in the table. Next, the table header tag, which defines the header cell in a table. And finally, the table data tag, which defines a standard data cell within the table. Here's an example of the basic HTML table structure. We start with the table tag, inside of which we have table row tags. Inside each table row, we can have either table header for headings or table data for regular data cells. Now let's look at table sections. For better organization and styling, tables can be divided into three main sections. The first one is the table head tag. It is the table header section. Then we have table body tag, which is the main content of the table. And finally, the table foot tag, which is the table footer section. These sections help with semantic structure, easier styling of different parts, and better accessibility. Here's the code snippet for it. You can see the table head tag containing the header row, the table body tag containing the main data, and the table foot tag, which can contain totals or summaries. Let's explore common table attributes. These attributes allow you to configure the behavior and structure of tables. The first attribute is colspan, which specifies how many columns a cell should span. For example, the code table data colspan equals 2 makes a cell wide as 2 columns. The second attribute is rowspan, which specifies how many rows a cell should span. For example, the code table data rowspan equals 3 makes a cell tall as 3 rows. The third attribute is headers, which associates data cells with header cells, mainly for accessibility purposes. For example, the code table data headers equals name age links the data in this cell to the headers with the ID's name and age. The fourth attribute is scope, which specifies whether a header cell is for a column, row, or group of columns or rows. For example, the code table header scope equals column identifies the cell as a column header. Note that while HTML has deprecated some table attributes like border, cell padding, and cell spacing, these styling properties should now be handled with CSS for modern web development. Now let's discuss spanning cells. Tables can have cells that span multiple rows or columns to create more complex layouts. The column-span attribute makes a cell span multiple columns, while the row-span attribute makes a cell span multiple rows. Spanning cells are useful for headers, merged cells, and complex data presentations. Here is an example. In this example, the name header spans 2 columns using the column-span attribute, and the age data spans 2 rows using the row-span attribute. Let's see how to style tables using CSS. Modern table styling is done with CSS instead of deprecated HTML attributes. Some common CSS properties are border collapse, which controls whether table borders are separate or collapsed into a single border. Border, which sets borders around the table and its cells. Padding, which controls the space inside the table cells. Text align, which aligns the text within the table cells. Background color, which sets the background colors for different parts of the table. And nth child, which selects alternating rows for zebra striping effects. Here's an example of CSS code that styles the table, headers, and rows to create a visually appealing and well-organized table. Now let's explore adding captions and accessibility features to tables. Adding captions and accessibility features to tables improves usability for all users. The caption tag provides a title or explanation for the table and is displayed at the top of the table by default. The scope attribute helps screen readers understand the relationship between headers and data cells, improving accessibility. Always include proper table structure and accessibility attributes to ensure tables are usable by people with disabilities who use assistive technologies. In this example, the caption tag provides a title for the table, and the scope attributes help define the column and row headers for screen readers. Let's see how to make tables responsive. Making tables work well on all screen sizes is important for mobile-friendly websites. Here are a few techniques to make tables responsive. First, you can use horizontal scrolling by wrapping the table in a container with overflow x equals auto. Second, you can use stacked layout by using CSS to transform the table into a stacked layout on small screens. Third, you can hide columns by hiding less important columns on smaller screens. Here's an example of CSS code that applies horizontal scrolling to the table container and converts the table to a stacked layout on smaller screens. Let's explore some best practices for creating HTML tables. Always use proper table elements like table head, table body, and table foot to improve structure and accessibility. Always use table header elements with appropriate scope attributes to identify column and row headers. Use the caption element to provide a title or description for your table. Avoid complex nested tables and split complex data into multiple simpler tables when possible. Use CSS for all styling rather than deprecated HTML attributes like cell padding, cell spacing, or border. And implement responsive design techniques to ensure tables work well on all screen sizes. Let's summarize what we've learned about HTML tables. Tables are used to organize data in rows and columns. Key elements include table, table row, table header, table data, table head, table body, and table foot. Use column-span and row-span for creating complex layouts. Style tables with CSS for modern designs. Ensure accessibility with proper markup, and make tables responsive for all devices. Here are some additional resources for further learning. MDN Web Docs provide a comprehensive guide to HTML tables. W3 Schools offers HTML table tutorials and examples. CSS Tricks presents responsive table techniques. WebAIM provides guidance on creating accessible tables. And Table Generator offers online tools for creating HTML tables. Thank you for learning about HTML tables. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.